Hi guys, my name's Bex, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm bringing to you my long-awaited 2019 bookshelf tour. So guys, 2019 is here and I'm in a new space, I have a new lighting setup, I have new bookshelves, and it's time for you guys to see what is on my shelves. So let's get into it without further delay, the 2019 bookshelf tour. Starting with an overview of my shelves before the tour. Let's have a little gandy. So we basically have 3 of the Billy bookshelves all the way across here, and there's different sections, and how I've ordered it is a little bit all over the place, but I will explain it as we go. Okay, so basically we'll start from the side corner and go across and down and then come across to the last one by himself, and it's just gonna be a fun ride. So let's zoom in and get started. So first we're starting with my series shelf, so I'm about to get up there on a chair and go from there. We have Lois Lane Fallout and Lois Lane Double Down by Gwenda Bond. 1,000 Pieces of You, 10,000 Skies Above You, and A Million Worlds With You by Claudia Gray. To All the Boys I've Loved Before, and P.S. I Still Love You by Jenny Han. My Lady Jane and My Plain Jane by Cynthia Hand, Brodie Ashton and Jodie Meadows. The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue and The Lady's Guide to Petticoats and Piracy by Mackenzie Lee. Every Heart a Doorway, Down Among the Sticks and Bones, Beneath the Sugar Sky, and In an Absent Dream by Shauna Maguire. Cinder, Scarlet, Cress, Winter, and Fairest by Marissa Meyer. The Kiss of Deception, and The Heart of Betrayal by Mary E. Pearson. From that shelf, we move one shelf to the right, and this one follows on directly from the other shelf with The Beauty of Darkness by Mary E. Pearson. Snow Like Ashes and Ice Like Fire by Sarah Rush. The Lightning Thief, Sea of Monsters, The Titan's Curse, The Battle of the Labyrinth, The Last Olympian, which is the Percy Jackson and the Olympian series by Rick Riordan, The Lost Hero, The Son of Neptune, Mark of Athena, The House of Hades, and The Blood of Olympus, which is the Heroes of Olympus series by Rick Riordan. The Trials of Apollo, The Hidden Oracle by Rick Riordan. Scythe and Thunderhead by Neil Shusterman. The Raven Boys, The Dream Thieves, Blue Lily Lily Blue, and The Raven King by Maggie Stiefvater. From here, we're going to move down some shelves, and the next few shelves are my favorite shelves, so I'm not going to take apart this one, which you are looking at, my Harry Potter shelf. Now, obviously I'm not taking apart because there's so much stuff on this shelf that it's going to take me ages to clean it back up. So I basically have the full Harry Potter series over here. I have Harry Potter and the Cursed Child down the bottom, Tales of Beedle the Bard, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, and Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, the original screenplay. Moving across to another one of my favorite shelves. Obviously this stuff has a lot of my trinkets on it as well. So I have my Shadowhunter scarf, my name that's always in my background. I have a Novel Sense & Co. personalized candle, I have some Pop Funkos, and a Burning Fiction as Travas candle as well. The Hunger Games, Catching Fire, Mockingjay by Suzanne Collins, Clockwork Angel, Clockwork Prince, and Clockwork Princess by Cassandra Clare, Lady Midnight by Cassandra Clare, The Bane Chronicles by Cassandra Clare, Sarah Rees Brennan and Maureen Johnson, The Shadowhunters Codex by Cassandra Clare and Joshua Lewis, City of Bones, City of Ashes, City of Glass, City of Fallen Angels, City of Lost Souls, and City of Heavenly Fire by Cassandra Clare. Tales from the Shadowhunter Academy by Cassandra Clare, Sarah Rees Brennan, Maureen Johnson, and Robin Wasserman. An Illustrated History of Notable Shadowhunters and Denzian of Downworld by Cassandra Clare, illustrated by Cassandra Jean. A Darker Shade of Magic, and A Gathering of Shadows by B.E. Schwab. Winnie the Pooh by A.A. Milne. Decorations by E.H. Shepard. Vicious and Vengeful by V.E. Schwab. From here, we are going down another level. Next, we have another set of my favorite shelves. The Cruel Prince and The Wicked King by Holly Black. Red Rising by Pierce Brown. This is the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition. Red Rising, Golden Sun, and Morning Star by Pierce Brown. Iron Gold also by Pierce Brown. Warcross by Marie Lu. Stalking Jack the Ripper. Hunting Prince Dracula. and Escaping from Houdini by Kerry Maniscalco, Sleeping Giants, Waking Gods, and Only Human by Sylvain Neuvel, Skyward, Claim the Stars by Brandon Sanderson, Circle of Shadows by Evelyn Skye, An Ember in the Ashes, and A Torch Against the Night by Sabah Tahir, Strange the Dreamer, Muse of Nightmares by Lainey Taylor. Now we are moving across a shelf. This is the next shelf, and this was the one directly behind me when I'm filming, and I've got a few gadgets on here. I've got an Ink and Wonder I Beg Your Misogynistic Pardon sticker. I have a Burning Fiction Calm Yo Tits candle, Resand Pop Funko, and all my Ink and Wonder wood marks. Six of Crows, and Crooked Kingdom by Leigh Bardugo, King of Scars by Leigh Bardugo, A Court of Thorns and Roses, A Court of Mist and Fury, A Court of Wings and Ruin, and A Court of Frost and Starlight, all by Sarah J. Maas. I also have three of those books in paperback in the middle. Then we have Throne of Glass, The Assassin's Blade, Crown of Midnight, Heir of Fire, Queen of Shadows, Empire of Storms, and Tower of Dawn by Sarah J. Maas. Okay, so the next row is just all of my hardbacks, and these are in alphabetical order starting with author last name. Flame in the Mist by Renee Ardier, The Hazelwood by Melissa Albert, The Upside of Unrequited by Becky Albertalli, Grace and Fury by Tracy Banghart, Empress of a Thousand Skies by Rhoda Beleza, The Darkest Part of the Forest by Holly Black, Contagion and Vengeance Road by Erin Bowman, Rook and the Forgetting by Sharon Cameron, Walk on Earth a Stranger by Ray Carson, Study in Charlotte by Brittany Cavallero, The City of Brass by S.A. Chakraborty, The Bone Witch, and The Girl from the Well by Rin Chapeko, The Last Namsara by Kristen Ciccarelli, The Bells by Donielle Clayton, Tyler Johnson Was Here by Jay Coles, Of Fire and Stars by Audrey Colthurst, Mirage by Samaya Dowd, Bad Romance by Heather Demetrios, The Glass Spare by Lauren DeStefano, and Wicked Saints by Emily A. Duncan. And moving across another shelf, we have Julia Vanishes by Catherine Egan, Gunslinger Girl by Lindsay Ellie, Ivory and Bone by Julie Eschbar, We Hunt the Flame by Hafsa Faisal, Ace of Shades by Amanda Foody, Caraval by Stephanie Garber, The Dark Days Club by Alison Goodman, Heretics Anonymous by Katie Henry, We Are the Ants by Sean David Hutchinson, Dread Nation by Justina Ireland, The Librarian of Auschwitz by Antonio Iturbi, Shadow of the Fox by Julie Kagawa, Let's Talk About Love by Claire Kahn, The Diabolic by S.J. Kincaid, The Poppy War by R.F. Kwong, We Are Okay by Nina LaCour, Autobiography by Christina Lauren, Sawkill Girls by Claire Legrand, Summer of Salt by Katrina Leno, Daughter of the Pirate King by Trisha Levenseller, The Thousandth Floor by Catherine McGee, and Wild Beauty by Anna Marie McLemore. Now, apologies for the weird angle I'm about to do for the last bottom row, but this is the best I can get, seeing as my stand does not go any lower. One of Us is Lying by Karen M. McManus, Reign of the Fallen by Sarah Glenn Marsh, Unhooked by Lisa Maxwell, Before She Ignites by Jodie Meadows, Heartless by Marissa Meyer, Foolish Hearts by Emma Mills, A Monster Calls, and Release, both by Patrick Ness, The Sandcastle Empire by Kayla Olson, Crown of Feathers by Nikki Palpretto, Neverworld Wake by Marisha Pessel, Heart of Iron by Ashley Poston, These Rebel Waves by Sarah Rash, Long Way Down by Jason Reynolds, illustrator by Chris Priestley, Miles Morales' Spider-Man by Jason Reynolds, Again But Better by Christine Riccio, A List of Cages by Robin Rowe, Zodiac by Romina Russell, State of Sorrow by Melinda Salisbury, City of Ghosts, This Savage Song by Victoria Schwab, Amber and Dust by Lyra Celine, and Salt to the Sea by Rupert Pettis. Moving over again, we have my last row of hardbacks, starting with the chunker that is The Priory of the Orange Tree by Samantha Shannon, Royal Bastards by Andrew Schwartz, More Happy Than Not by Adam Silvera, River Keep by Martin Stewart, All the Crooked Saints, and The Scorpio Races by Maggie Stiefvater, Black Widow Forever Red by Margaret Stoll, Dear Martin by Nick Stone, Ever the Hunted by Erin Summerall, Wink Poppy Midnight by April Genevieve Tutolk, To Best the Boys by Mary Weber, The Dark Descent of Elizabeth Frankenstein by Kirsten White, Sky in the Deep by Adrienne Young, Eliza and Her Monsters by Francesca Zappia, Pride by Ibi Zaboy, Dark Horses by Cecily von Zegazar, Wires and Nerves Volume 1 by Marissa Meyer, Nimona by Noelle Stevenson, The Language of Thorns by Leigh Bardugo, Wonder Woman Warbringer by Leigh Bardugo, and Batman Nightwalker by Marie Lu. Now we're moving on to my far shelf, and this holds all of my paperbacks. Again, basically they're all in alphabetical order on author last name, except for the middle shelf as usual, which is for my favorites and which has my arcs on it, but we'll go through them as we go. So, starting with the first book, Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi, The Wrath and the Dawn by Renee Ardier, Love, Hate and Other Filters by Samira Ahmed, The Bear and the Nightingale, and The Girl in the Tower by Catherine Arden, Shadow and Bone, Siege and Storm, and Ruin and Rising by Leigh Bardugo, A Quiet Kind of Thunder, and Beautiful Broken Things by Sarah Barnard, The Polar Bear Explorers Club by Alex Bell, Three Dark Crowns by Kendall Blake, Wake of Vultures by Lila Bowen, Passenger, and Wayfarer by Alexandra Bracken, All Fall Down by Ali Carter, The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet, and A Closed and Common Orbit by Becky Chambers, A Shadow Bright and Burning by Jessica Cluess, The Hanging Girl by Eileen Cook, The Witch's Kiss by Catherine and Elizabeth Kaur, Dark Matter by Blake Crouch, Take Three Girls by Kath Crowley, Simone Howell, and Fiona Wood, and World Mythology in Bite-Sized Chunks by Mark Daniels. Onto the next shelf down, we have Something in Between by Melissa Dela Cruz, All the Light We Cannot See by Anthony Doerr, 1,000 Perfect Notes by C.G. Drews, Angel Fall, World After, End of Days by Susan E., The Wicked Deep by Shay Earnshaw, Daughter of the Burning City by Amanda Foody, Coraline by Neil Gaiman, illustrated by Chris Riddle, The Edge of Everything by Jeff Giles, Into the Drowning Deep by Myra Grant, Invictus, The Walled City, and Wolf by Ryan Groudon, Defy the Stars by Claudia Gray, Half Bad, Half Wild, and Half Lost by Sally Green, Rebel of the Sands, Traitor to the Throne, and Hero at the Fall by Alwyn Hamilton, Alice, Red Queen, Lost Boy, and Mermaid by Christina Henry, Freaks by Amanda Hocking, The Unbecoming of Mara Dyer by Michelle Hodkin, and Viper by Bex Hogan. Moving on to my middle shelf, which is normally my favorites, and there are a lot of my favorites on this shelf. This side has my advanced read copies that I've received from publishers, and the other side is for my bigger sized books. These are the ones that don't really fit on the other shelves, so I've stacked them all together and they have a lot of my favorites, so let's go through them all. We have my advanced reader copy of The Wicked King, and my finished copy of The Wicked King by Holly Black, Spellsinger by Sebastian D. Castell, From Twinkle with Love by Zendaya Menon, Girls of Paper and Fire by Natasha Nagan, Heartstopper by Alice Oseman, the paperback copy of Muse of Nightmares by Laini Taylor. Next we have Nevernight and God's Grave by Jay Kristoff, the advanced reader copy of Lifelike, and the finished full copy of Lifelike by Jay Kristoff, Illumine, Gemina, and Obsidio by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. And we also have this beautiful ARC edition of Muse of Nightmares. Now moving into my other advanced reader copies, starting with Xena by Sasha Ellsberg and Lindsay Cummings, Grace and Fury by Tracy Banghart, To Kill a Kingdom by Alexandra Christo, Mirage by Samaya Dowd, Izzy and Tristed by Shannon Dunlap, Legendary by Stephanie Garber, Unearthed by Amy Kaufman and Megan Spooner, Four Dead Queens by Astrid Schultz, Fated by Terry Terry, and On the Come Up by Angie Thomas. Next up we are continuing with the paperbacks, starting with Everless by Sarah Holland, Undying by Amy Kaufman and Megan Spooner, Milk and Honey and The Sun and Her Flowers by Ruby Kaur, Catching Stars by Kayla Keegan, A Curse So Dark and Lonely by Bridget Kemmerer, I Am Thunder by Muhammad Khan, Racing the Sun by J.R. Coop, The Sidekicks by Will Kostakis, You Know Me Well by Nina LaCour and David Levithan, Legend, Prodigy, and Champion by Mary Lou, A Shiver of Snow and Sky by Lisa Louisdeck, Valentine by Jodie McAllister, Not a Drop to Drink by Mindy McGuinness, Shatter Me, Unravel Me, Ignite Me, and Unite Me by Tahara Murphy, Tomorrow When the War Began by John Marsden, Second Chance Summer, and The Unexpected Everything by Morgan Matson, When Dimple Met Rishi by Zendaya Menon, The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern, Holding Up the Universe, and All the Bright Places by Jennifer Niven, Queen of Hearts by Colleen Oakes, The Call, and The Invasion by Peter O'Gullen. And now we are about to go on handheld mode, so pray for me, basically. This is the second last shelf. We are right at the bottom. We've only got one more to go, but let's go through the ones on these shelves following on from the one prior. We have Stealing Snow by Danielle Page, Daisy Jones and the Six, and The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid, Nixia by Scott Rintigan, Miss Berrigan's Home for Peculiar Children, Hollow City, and Library of Souls by Ransom Riggs, The Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss, Carry On, Fangirl, and Eleanor and Park by Rainbow Rowell, Final Girls by Riley Sager, A Darker Shade of Magic, A Gathering of Shadows, and A Conjuring of Light by V.E. Schwab, Ash Princess by Laura Sebastian, Dry by Neil and Jared Schusterman, History Is All You Left Me by Adam Silvera, The Survival Game by Nikki Singer, Poison Study, and Magic Study by Maria V. Schneider, Daughter of Smoke and Bone by Lainey Taylor, Royce Rolls by Margaret Stoll, Contagion by Terry Terry, The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas, The Song of the Current by Sarah Tulsa, and right down the bottom here we have The Seven Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle by Stuart Turton, Annihilation by Jeff Vandermeer, The Martian by Andy Weir. In this blank space here should be A Big Ship of the Edge of the Universe by Alex White. Next up we have And I Darken and Now I Rise by Kirsten White, Queens of Geek by Jen Wild, New World Rising, New World Ashes, New World Inferno by Jennifer Wilson, The Extinction Trials, and The Extinction Trials Exile by S.M. Wilson, Everything Everything, and The Sun Is Also a Star by Nicola Yoon, then I Am Malala by Malala Yousafzai, and last but not least, the last things on my shelf are graphic novel collection. We have the Marvel Encyclopedia. Then, I'm just going to zoom in a little bit, we have Mira Tidebreaker by Danielle Page, Archie by Mark Wade, we have Fence Volume 1 and 2 by C.S. Picat, Giant Days Volume 1 and 2 by John Allison, then we have The Woods Volume 1, 2 and 3 by James Tiernan IV, Harley Quinn Hot in the City, Batgirl Beyond Burnside, Nightwing Better Than Batman, then we have I Hate Fairylands Volume 1, 2, 3 and 4 by Scotty Young, Monstress Volume 1, 2 and 3 by Marjorie Lua and Sana Takeda. Then we have Saga Volume 1 through 8 by Brian K. Vaughan and Fiona Staples, Snot Girl Volume 1 by Brian Lee O'Malley and Leslie Hung, The Wicked and the Divine Volume 1 and 2, and then we have my collection of Marvel comics, Black Panther, A Nation Under Our Feet Volume 1 and 2, Captain Marvel, Higher, Further, Faster and More, Doctor Strange, God of Magic Volume 1, Hawkeye, My Life as a Weapon Volume 1, Ms. Marvel, No Normal Volume 1, Spider-Man / Deadpool Volumes 1, 2 and 3, Wolverine, Old Man Logan Volume 1, and last but not least we have The Steel Prince Volume 1 by V.E. Schwab. And that is my 2019 bookshelf tour, and I hope you enjoyed. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a big thumbs up, subscribe if you'd like to see more and have not already, and chat to me down in the comments. Let me know what books you recommend I add to my collection. I would love to hear, but that is it for me today, guys. I make videos every Monday and Thursday, and I'll see you in a new one. Bye!